Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. Let's continue with the advanced maps, Peninsula, Chimps. I'm gonna go with Obin and I'm gonna show you a possible strategy that you can use to achieve the black border. When you're going for the black border, you cannot really use a lot of different strategies, especially on a map like this one, for the very simple reason that you should go with a strategy that does not depend a lot on RNG, and therefore stuff that may happen randomly, and so you may end up losing and having to restart the round just because you got bad RNG. That it can be wall of trees, it can be brambles, it can be the totem, it can be, you know, a lot of different stuff that can be that is random, and so it may screw you up. And yeah, and that's why here I'm gonna show you a sub commander strategy. In this map there is a lot of water, and so I think it's perfect going with a sub commander strategy. Now the sub commander after around 80, so against super SRAMs, is gonna struggle a little bit, but that's why you need to really fill the screen and the range around the sub commander with submarines. And the more submarines you get, the more active damage you can do. And then with just a bunch of supporting towers like a glue gunner, an alchemist, creating some explosions and so on, you can really survive even the latter rounds, so the last rounds from 90 on. And yeah, so at the beginning of round 13 I'm gonna start placing brambles at the beginning of each round, so 13, 14 and 15 as well, until I can afford the airburst darts. And that is important because brambles can carry on one round, and so you can have a brambles placed in round 14 popping Bloons in round 15, and that can really help in being able to survive the tougher rounds, and in that way you can stack double brambles. And that's the same thing that I'm gonna do for round 40. So against the Moab, I'm gonna place at the very beginning of round 39, I'm gonna place a set of brambles, and then for round 40 at the beginning gonna place another one. So I'm gonna have two set of brambles prepared for the Moab and for the 4 ceramics, and that should be that should make round 40 easy. Now of course, as I did in half cash, I'm gonna go with a Buccaneer there at the front, at the beginning, giving range to the submarines to attack the Bloons, and on top of that, without spending a lot of cash, you get both pretty huge range, lat popping power, and camo detection as well. So you get a lot of things that are important when you're going with a sub commander strategy, because by themselves submarines cannot pop camo Bloons or lat Bloons, so you're gonna need something else. But that's why the Buccaneer comes in handy, because you have both lat popping power and camo detection, and the range is pretty huge. So just one Buccaneer almost guarantees that you can attack the whole first portion of the map. See, now with the range increase, I'm covering this whole first section of the path. Getting the Buccaneer 022 here for round 33 for the camos. Removing the obstacle, because right here I'm gonna build a village. I'm gonna build I'm gonna get an alchemist, and I'm gonna place the third submarine. That is gonna be the one that's gonna be the sub commander, and I'm gonna place it of course as close as I can to the alchemist, so is the is the tower that gets buffed. And just to take measures, you know, to do everything correctly, that's why I'm gonna place an alchemist here and a village beforehand. So before placing the third sub, I'm gonna do it. Now for round 37, I'm gonna get the alchemist to 0-0 because sometimes the Buccaneer cannot pop all the lab balloons in round 37. Some lab balloons sometimes can sneak through, and that's why I think adding the mixer dip, so making the submarines able to pop as well lab balloons, may help. In this case, yeah, I could pop all lab balloons, so that's what I wanted. And now I can just get here as close as I can to the alchemist. I can get the last sub. That is gonna be as well the sub commander. Now, very important, as I said, at the very beginning of round 39, place one set of brambles. You should have enough defenses here to survive with the 3 subs and the Buccaneer. And then I'm gonna get the two closest submarines, 203. Then another brambles for round 40, and that's it. So that's round 40 gone pretty easily. The third sub 203 now, and of course when you're going with a sub commander, you're gonna unlock it pretty fast because you're gonna need the sub commander for round 63, so for the ceramic rushes. If you don't have the sub commander for round 63, so you're very close to getting it but you don't quite get it, then it's game over. So it's very important that you don't place anything else, you don't get any other upgrades other than here the village 0-2-0, so giving camo detection at least to these 2 subs. Actually, I may get it 1-2-0 just to cover the third sub. Then alchemist 4-0-0, buffing 2 of these 3 subs, and then the sub that I placed purposely closest to the alchemist, that is gonna be the sub commander. I'm gonna get it 204 and then 205, so not getting anything else, just waiting here to have enough cash to get the sub commander. It's an upgrade that is not that expensive, and all these rounds, also the 50s, are not that hard as well in terms of difficulty, so you should be able to handle the rounds pretty well. And on top of that, when Obin is gonna hit level 10, we're gonna have as well the Warlord trees. There's gonna be yet another assurance in the backline, so you don't have to worry about the defenses. Now the sub commander range, let me reformulate. So only the submarines that are in range of the sub commander are the ones that are gonna receive the benefit, so the extra damage and pierce. And so that's why, of course, the submarine that you're gonna get sub commander must be pretty central, so you can build around it. You can build the other subs. Now, unfortunately, because of the positioning of this rock, and also the alchemist positioning and so on, you may end up having to place a lot of submarines like here downwards, and because of course you don't want to only place the subs in range of the sub commander, but as well in range of the village, because you get the extra range, the extra attack speed, camo detection, and then later on for DDTs I'm gonna get as well an MIB. And so most likely I'm gonna get some submarines here in the left side, in the right side, in range of both the sub commander and the village. Now round 59, if you can't pop all the lap balloons, it doesn't matter, because with Wall of Cheese you can tank them, so it's the same. PFP here, if some balloons sneak through, you should be able to tank them with the Wall of Cheese, and that's the sub commander. So I'm gonna reset here Wall of Cheese. So getting attack speed with this village, and from now on is where you start building more and more and more of these subs until you can pretty much fill the entire range of the village with submarines. And then when you can't place any more subs, 203, in range of the village, you start building them only in the range of the sub commander, so at least they get the extra damage and pierce. Now of course I'm gonna get as well some supported towers. In this case, I don't know, like a Blue Gunner, as I said, an Alchemist 032, then I may get as well a Mortar 024 to defortify map class Bloons and make it easier for the subs to finish them off. So here range of the, actually let me get here 402 Alchemist. Yeah, definitely I should be able to place more subs here in this right side. So of course you want to place the subs as close as you can to one another, because in that way you can fit more in range of the village. Now I think I could be placing more subs here to the right side, but the village range just ends. So you can really tell when the village range ends, because the range decreases. So here see that the range is changing, so that means that this sub, for example, is out of range. Instead this one would be in range, and so I'm gonna place it right here. It's still in range of the sub commander, so why not? So that's 6 submarines plus the sub commander. So let's get some more. Now I think I'm gonna get 10 total. So 3, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna place 2 more. Most likely now I'm gonna place them in the left side, so some of these subs are gonna be also buffed by the Alchemist. Even if I think these 2 subs are being buffed right now. 1 and 2. So yeah, it's not really that important. Okay, let me check here. Yeah, the sub commander range should definitely cover this side. So actually let's just go. So let me check out here, sub commander range. Okay, down here. Okay, so here should be covered. So let's place 1 and 2. So that's gonna be 10 total submarines, 9 subs 203, and instead the sub commander. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build very early here a mortar, a 024 mortar, because after the around 80 for the super SRAMs, I don't know really why, but um, the fortified Bloons are gonna be very hard to pop, like super hard to pop, and that's why I'm gonna get pretty early here a mortar to prevent that, and afterwards I can just get here a 032 alchemist. I can get the glue gunner, then I may need to get the MIB, but then I can just continue building more subs. So the more subs you place, the better it is, of course, because the more damage overall you're gonna do. And remember that all these subs here can attack also in this right side, because Obin is there giving range, so you don't only have Wallow Trees to help you, but you also got the range. So here, just to be able to also target DDTs with the alchemist and the glue gunner that I'm gonna place here, I'm gonna place a village first. Okay, here we go, 032. So I get the maximum amount of concussions placed on mob class Bloons, and then here, as I said, the glue gunner, 023. For this mortar, I don't think I need like an alchemist to buff it, because it's important just to defortify it. Therefore, I don't really care about like giving it more damage by itself. So around 85. So I can get here the MIB, so I'm already good with that. I don't have to worry about the DDTs anymore. Now I can either, yeah, let's get this village as well to 2-0. So let's add combo detention to both the alchemist and the glue gunner, and let's also get some more attack speed, why not? So I can glue more Bloons and I can apply the concussions faster. And then from now on is where you start just placing more and more subs. That's the whole deal. Here the side commander should cover that submarine. Maybe it's slightly off, but yeah, I don't mind. Unfortunately, here when I click the tower, the button goes off, but then it reappears once more. So I have to see. Oh, now it reappears, and so I can't place it anymore. So this is weird. I have the button here, but then it reappears. So I can't place it any further. That's annoying. So whatever. So 203 and not 204, because it's just better to place more subs in terms of number, having just more and more numerically, than having fewer 204. It's just overall better to have more subs than having less. So these are the DDTs. You could see they're being destroyed pretty efficiently. Now in range of this village, I don't think I can place any more subs. Because here, let me see the range. Oh yeah, I can. So out of range here. Okay, this is in range. So let's place one here. Yeah. One here. And this is already out of range, I think. Or no, he's in range of the village. Nice. Around 95 here, a lot of DDTs, but you can see that the overall damage of the subs is so high that it's not a problem. Now, from now on, what I'm gonna do is the last submarine that I'm gonna place here is gonna be a 040 sub, and that is gonna allow me to pop round 100, so the BAD, more efficiently, because I just need to use the first strike capability when the last BAD layer appears, and that's gonna be the end of the gameplay. Now here for this 45 Omegas, I'm gonna just follow them so I can de-fortify as soon as their external layer pops, and then coming back here to the beginning. I'm resetting here the World Cheese because Obin, yeah, is definitely more than level 20, so now World Cheese should tank more Bloons. Okay, here we go, first strike capability. Let's exploit the fact that I still have some cash to get even more subs here. It's not gonna be in range of the village, unfortunately, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So here for round 99, you may need to use the first strike capability. Well, let's see, because 45 DDTs are quite annoying. So let's see how it goes. Well, I could tank all of them with the World Cheese, so yeah, that works. And that's the BAD. Remember, for the very last layer, just use the ability. And here we go. And that's Chimps. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.